I wanted to say a few things before the video, but understandably some of you will want to skip this, so feel free. I haven't uploaded anything in a while, so I figured now is about time to do some explaining. I'm poor as shit. I don't have a good camera, can't afford a good camera, and quite honestly I've got better things to do than record YouTube videos, like go to work. But that doesn't change the fact that I have knowledge that I want to share with people. I've got a shitty camera, there's really no getting around that, and I can't afford a new one, so well, you'll see in a little bit. Along with my video camera woes, I'll be the first to admit that I don't have the voice or the face for this type of shit. I also don't have any real editing software. I mean, hell, I'm using Windows Movie Maker for this shit. Anyway, I work in computers, so I'm dealing with used parts quite a lot. And I go on Craigslist all the time. It's one of the best places to find any good deals. Now, I'll return to that point in a moment, but if you go on YouTube right now and you search cheap gaming rig or budget gaming rig or anything like that, you're going to find a lot of videos with clickbaity titles, and I'm just reading off the top three here. $200 Uber budget gaming PC, November 2015. Next one, Ultimate $250 budget gaming PC 2016, console killer. Next one, Great Value Gaming PC for 2016. Then we've got some that are like the $56 AMD gaming PC, Borderlands 2 on a budget. And there's even more stuff here. Ultimate Value Gaming Build Guide, $25, 1080p. Now, I take some serious issue with these things because what they are doing in most cases is grabbing a shitty old Dell off of Craigslist, slapping a used video card in there and saying, here, I've got a gaming rig. And the real problem with that is they're used. Not everybody's going to have these parts available in their area, let alone for those exact prices, so it's not a realistic representation of the real world. And on top of that, you've got the cost of the operating system, which in most cases is more than the entire listed price on YouTube. So, I mean, for example, Windows costs $100, the cheapest that you can get it from a store. At Best Buy, it's like $130. Now, there are other places like Kingwin.net that sells keys for like $30, but still, they're not including these prices. Now, I can give them some credit, because yeah, you can load up Linux for free, but a lot of things don't run on Linux. It's just a fact, and even if you downloaded Wine to get your Windows applications to run on Linux, it's still not perfect, and in most cases will run worse, simply because it's being converted to run on Linux. Now, as for the ones that use exclusively new parts, such as the Ultimate $250 budget gaming PC 2016 console killer, and stuff like that, they're still not including the cost of the operating system. In fact, there's one here that I'm looking at that says $300 budget gaming PC Ultimate 2016. This guy actually lists all of the parts that he used, which is very nice, and he links to them in the video description. But again, he doesn't list Windows, and on top of that, he got all these parts on sale. I take issue with that as well, because not everybody's going to get these things on sale. That's what a sale is, it's temporary. I would much rather have these parts listed at the sale price and him mention, oh, by the way, this is the actual full price of the rig if you're not going to get everything on sale. So this $300 machine, I did the math, ended up to be about $452 without the cost of Windows. So your $300 machine is suddenly $550. That's a pretty big price difference, if you ask me. Now, to those of you who have actually stuck around this far, I've got a little treat for you. I'm going to be uploading a video in a few days here where I'm going to build a PC that actually will have the sale prices and the real prices. And even with the full purchase price of Windows, it will truly be under $300. All new parts, nothing used whatsoever. I don't quite know how it's going to go yet because I'm still waiting on parts to get here, but the point is, I'm going to be completely transparent with the actual price of my machine. Anyway, enjoy the video. So, my camera's microphone broke during the recording, so all of this was added in during the edit phase. I'm going to do a quick brief over all of the parts that I got and how much I got them for. Now, this is the hard drive, got it for free, came from a broken computer in the trash near my apartment building. It's not fancy, but you know, gets the job done. Now what you saw before was 2 sticks of 2 gigabytes of DDR2 RAM, so for a total of 4. Again, not bad. Actually, those came out of the same dead computer. Motherboard was what was broken on that. Now, next to this, geez, I talked for a long time in this video. I'm going to have to speed this up if this doesn't move along. There we go. There's a DVD drive. That came out of a different computer because the one in the trash had a CD drive. This one came out of a old school machine. This is a motherboard that came out of my neighbor's computer when he threw it out. The CPU is a Core 2 Duo. I believe it's a E7500. Can't remember off the top of my head, but once again, it was free. Came out of the trash. The rest of the computer was utter shit. Couldn't really save anything out of it except for the power supply, which we'll get to in a bit. There's the faceplate. Managed to get that out without bending it. There's an audio cable. I don't remember where I got that, but I know it was free. Trash somewhere. That's a video card that came out of a school editing machine. That is a GeForce GT 520, I believe. 1 gigabyte. I'm going to show in a second. Yep, there it is. Not fancy, but hey, came out of the garbage. I know it works. Now this one here is special. My boss ordered this for his computer at work, but it was too tall to fit in his case, so he gave it to me for free. And it happens to have the mounting brackets for LGA 775, which is what we've got here for the Core 2. Now these are 2 shitty fans that were just lying around. I don't even know if they work. Got them out of the garbage. Crappy mouse, at least it's optical, not ball. Cooler Master Centurion, however you pronounce it. That, I don't know why it was in the garbage. Presumably somebody upgraded, but you know. That is a 1280 by 1024 monitor with DVI and VGA inputs and built-in speakers. DVI on the graphics card makes that important. Got a shitty Dell keyboard there below the monitor. I believe I came over that in a second. There it is. Nothing special. Now there's the power supply. It's an OCZ 550 watt, which can peak up to 620 watts. Now the special thing is this is semi-modular, and it works perfectly fine. I'm not really sure why the neighbor didn't, pull that, but hey, his loss. So here I was just showing that I was using the Passmark software to get ready for a benchmark. It didn't go well. And at the end of the test, I even found out that Intel's onboard HD 4000 graphics was 33% faster than the 520. Now, this doesn't necessarily spell doom for this computer because synthetic benchmarks can be misleading, but then I ran into a different problem. Even though I pay for relatively decent internet at 20 megabits per second, Steam was only getting 2.5, at most 3. This meant that it was going to be quite a while before I could actually test the machine on any real-world scenarios. And the problem was, it was already pushing 11:30 at night, and once again, I actually have to work, so I couldn't really spend a lot of time on this. So, I'm going to upload this video as it is, in its decrepit state of crappy audio, and tomorrow, after work, I'm going to bring home the new parts, and I'm going to test this computer before I put together the new one. And then once I got the new one up and running, I'll make another video, or at least start another video on that one, and we'll see where that goes. I've got to do quite a few tests before I even really make any guesses as to where this one's gonna go. I'm not gonna release any of the specs for it yet, because it's definitely not your standard run-of-the-mill gaming rig. I've got a bit of a trick up my sleeve this time. Anyway, thanks for watching. Catch you later.